Ready?
Go.
How should I start it off?
Say welcome to the episode of Randy's
No,
Rants.
I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna start. Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys been? It's been a good week since the last time we shot?
Yeah, it's been a week.
What's new? What's out in the world?
I don't know, man.
Hope everyone's staying safe.
Taking your vitamins and shit.
Times are crazy, right? Especially that shooting that just happened. That other gentleman that just got, killed by the cops.
I just don't know why. I thought all these shootings were already like calmed down by then, since Biden already got elected. But damn, that shit's rough, man. People getting, they're still getting killed by the cops.
It's rough, but there's some videos I've been watching lately that I feel people should watch.
Oh, like the New Mexico one?
Yeah.
Nah, that's tough. That's tough.
That guy just literally doing a regular traffic stop. Next thing you know, the guy pulls out a fucking AR-15.
That shows you how crafty he was. He was able to conceal the whole time. I'm surprised.
I think he had it right by the door. He didn't have it out.
Yeah.
So when he got out, he was ready. But still, I'm like, my thing is, bro, if you think about the consequences, what's the point?
That's true.
Like, you just took a life, but then you ended up making a whole havoc. I mean, literally, you couldn't just been like, fuck, I'm just gonna take it on the chin.
I don't see why people shoot it out for the dumbest shit. Like,
yeah,
it's like maybe you know what? I don't really know. We can't judge them because who knows what's going on in their life.
We can't judge them, but you know what? I will judge.
Is it really whatever you're going through? Is it really worth ending up in jail for the rest of your life, or just getting basically buried 6 feet under?
Yeah, it's true. But also, I'm gonna say this though. I think it's also a lot of people fail to they fail to think of the consequences of some of their freaking actions. Like, to be honest, like, okay, like that guy, like, did he really think he was gonna make it? Like, you really think you were gonna get away? So what's the point of even shooting out? The end result's the same.
He was pretty close to the border. He should have made a run for the border. That's
no matter how close you are to the border. Look where he was.
Where was he?
He was on the freeway. He was in the middle of town. They were gonna get him. No way he was gonna escape.
Are you sure he wasn't on any type of like drugs or something? Was he like high or something?
It's possible, but not all the people are high. But like my thing is, if you think about all these guys that do shootings, they do a shooting, they get into a gun battle, and then they give up. I'm just like, then what's the point of that? You should have just gave up from the beginning. You wouldn't have created so much damage. You probably would have gotten away with just a slap on the wrist.
Fuck,
like if you honestly think about it, like if people would think more about the consequences, would people be putting themselves in the same positions?
I think a lot of those people have a severe mental illness.
Maybe a lot of them, but also a lot of them are they're just dumb.
I think
what's the point of shooting a cop? You're making it worse. If you get caught with a gun, that's different. All right, mm-hmm. You might go to jail for to prison, but if you start shooting at a cop and all this, you literally made that situation maybe 30 times worse.
Yeah. That's
you literally
true.
Went from like only serving maybe a 5-year sentence to like now you're gonna be either serving 20 to 30. What's the point?
Yeah. Did you hear about the story of those two brothers from Bangladesh that in Texas that killed their whole family?
I saw that one.
And one is blaming on the ending of The Office, the show.
That's just stupid.
I've never seen an episode, but that is the biggest load of shit.
There was another one. I think it was
blaming it on the ending of a show. No, those fuckers are already crazy as it is.
I think that's it was in Nebraska. Did you hear about that ex 49er player that killed his family?
Oh, he killed his doctor, the one who's giving him prescription drugs.
He also killed his family.
Really?
He killed he's killed his whole family.
Wow. I know he also killed his doctor.
But yeah, it's crazy. But I'm going to tell you guys this. You guys should definitely, if you guys want to see some of this footage and really look at a different perspective, because Black Lives Matter, it does. There's some things that's happening that shouldn't, but also put yourself in the shoe of a police officer. And the best way to do is definitely look up these guys, Video Leak Police. I'm telling you this. They have so many videos from different shootings around the country from all types of cops, from the state troopers, sheriffs, and all that. And man, after watching a few videos, I sent you a few. Did you see the one where?
Yeah, you sent me a lot of them.
Let's be honest.
A little too much of them. I for a minute there, I was worried about you for a moment. How many videos you were sending to me?
Why?
I don't know, man. I don't like seeing shootouts like that. It's just
yeah, but the thing is, it gives people another perspective. Like, to be honest, now you see a perspective from a cop where it's like, damn, this actually happens more than what we actually think.
That's true.
And in a given situation, I mean, look at the New Mexico one. He thought he was just doing a regular traffic stop. This guy already had this and all that, but he was like, you know what, we'll get the rest of your information. Just get off the car. You know, next you know, as soon as he gets off, that guy pulls out an AR-15. But that guy who shot him, he could have just left him there. He may have survived. Why go around and shoot the guy even more?
He wanted to finish him off.
But that's retarded.
Honestly, I think that guy had to be on some kind of drug. Honestly, he had to be on something.
Definitely. But also, I'm just like,
there's also the footage when they shoot him down. Remember?
Oh, that one was even crazy. He just jumps out of the car and he jumps out of the truck and just automatically starts to shoot the police officer that was chasing him, that did the pit maneuver.
You know what I wonder? Was this the same shit going on 20 years ago when not everybody had a camera phone? Like, you know how everything wasn't so connected to the internet back in the day?
It's possible.
Could this just be everything that was happening 25 years ago, but just back then people just weren't so connected that you would hear it once in a blue moon, you know?
If you think about it, it's definitely a big possibility. I mean, what's the difference from here to 20 years ago?
Yeah,
I mean, 20 years ago,
like, yeah,
you still had the same thing. I mean, Rodney King. You still have that went on, but
poor
like,
Rodney King.
remember, not all the
he died drowning. He drowned.
But also
that's rough.
Not all police officers at that time had dash cams.
Yeah, that's true. Damn,
so
imagine how many people did get like killed just because the cop like
But how many police officers didn't get into a gun battle like that at the same thing? I mean, you got to look at it both ways. Like, I get one, but if you look at like this newest one that people are throwing a big fuss over, I'm gonna be honest. All right, hold on. Sure, he may have gone for his taser, but I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna defend the cop on this one. Like, why don't you just
you don't have all the facts yet.
No, I don't.
Can't do it, man.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on though.
We're not that kind of podcast.
He was about to get arrested. Why is he gonna fight and get into his car? He can take off. What if the door slams on one of the cops and is dragging one of them? And then we're talking about a whole nother situation. So I'm like, why did he try to escape? That right there says a lot. Like, why are you going to try and go back to your car? They're literally trying to arrest you. What's the gist there? Like, you know, I've had my fair share of run with cops, but as long as I always did what I had to, it was cool. I didn't fight back. I always just did what they asked. If they said put my hands out the window, I did. Like, you remember that one time I got pulled over? I was going to Sacramento. They made me pull off into a gas station, and then a few days later, it ended up being that our address was tied to some douchebag that ended up using it, but never was there, but was lying about it.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Now I kind of see, like, I can see why they made me go into the gas station, because like, hey, if this fucker's in there, who knows what could happen?
Yeah.
Because he had used the address, and obviously when they're on my plates, it's a whole spiel. But I'm like, at the same time, going to that situation, like, a guy goes into a car automatically, like, it's, who knows? Who really knows could have happened? So I don't think the cop should be really taking all the blame on that. You got to blame the individual. Why are you trying to get back into your car? Literally have your hands right behind your back. What are you trying to fight?
I agree with you. I just want to know a little bit more of the facts.
I want to know the facts.
Like, but I want to know if the cop lady was like getting divorced. If, you know, more backstory on her. Does she have an OnlyFans?
True,
like, I need to know exact more before I don't know.
True,
that's kind of rough, you know.
But still, why the fuck are you running back to your car?
That's
why
true.
are you trying to get back into it?
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
making the situation 10 times worse than it can be. Remember, you can't control what happens to you. All you can control is your reaction. If I'm getting stopped because somebody did a crime and my vehicle was similar, they're just doing their job. You know what? Cool. Like, hey, you guys do what you guys do to feel safe. Like, you know, like, everybody wants to play like they know their rights, but it's like, bro, they got their job to do too. Why are you trying to make it more difficult than what it is?
No, I agree. But there's some cops out there that I've seen some videos also where they're just trying to instigate the driver into doing something. Have you seen that video that there's this one guy, like, basically he did not want to leave his car. He's like, he had his like hands on the steering wheel and the cops already had his drawn out. He hadn't even talked to him. His guns were already drawn out and this guy had no criminal record, no nothing. But he's like, if I get out, I know these guys are going to shoot me. He just waited there for like an hour until like his sister came and everybody calmed. Like, he was like, did not want to leave the car just because he thought those cops were going to blast him. Because as soon as they were walking up to the guy, they already had their guns drawn without even talking to him. Imagine how that guy felt. He's like, oh shoot,
Yeah,
they're
but
gonna
what's the
smoke it.
backstory? Like, do you really know he didn't have nothing, or maybe his situation was like mine? That they had maybe
that's
used
true.
his address. If you think about it, if
That's
someone
true.
else can use your address and not really live there and put you in a, that can fucking make it
Mhm.
worse.
That's true.
But you know, I always say in any situation, no matter even if it's unjust, you got to keep your emotions in check, man, because your emotions can you know, put you in a worse position.
You know what I think? I think social media and the internet, like, it's good to be connected to people. It's good to, like, oh hey, what's up, how you doing? But I don't think people should be that connected to each other, to be honestly.
Yeah,
Too much of, like,
I think it's too much
it's
being
too
connected, especially online. It does something to your psyche.
exactly.
It
It
does do
fucks
something to your
people up.
psyche, man.
Like, let's see, like, like, that's, people really should start kind of measuring not going on social media all the time, or like not spending too much on the internet, because that shit over time will get you sick over time. Let's say you have a shitty job and you see a person like at Vegas always having, and you think that person's having the time of his life, and I'm here working a shitty job at fucking
And in reality, you never know
UPS or
that
some
it's
bullshit,
like-
and it actually could be Photoshop, or just doing the exact opposite, or the person's driving and just taking shots of themselves in Vegas or Miami or wherever. It makes them look like in a life that they're not really living. People, it's like that. What's it called? They got that whole fear of missing out shit. It's like
FOMO is fucking real, bro.
it's fucking people up, man. Honestly,
to be honest, it is.
and on a lot of this, like, you don't even know 1/10 of the story, because all you see is a picture of what that person's, but you don't know if that picture's old.
Yeah, exactly.
Person's in Vegas and they're shooting footage. I've seen that happen on a couple of people's Instagram, that they shoot the video that they're in Vegas, but I can tell months later use the same footage all over again. But they've only been to Vegas once, but they make themselves look like they're there like every 2 months, and they don't even live that close to Vegas. So I was like, obviously they're just trying to show people that they go there more often, even though they don't.
Yeah,
That's what's fucking up people, honestly. Like, people like they create an alternate. People believe the alternative reality of a different life online,
yeah.
and that thing over time messes people up. It just, I think it fucks people up, honestly.
Honestly, it does. But it's that's technology for you, dude.
You should be connected to people, but don't be too connected to them. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's good to be connected, but know your thoughts. Know that, hey, whatever you see is not real. Like, tell yourself that. Like, don't believe don't believe the hype.
Exactly. It's like when you see a person take a picture of themselves for their birthday, and they got like a Mercedes or X6. Oh, it's their birthday. Oh, thank you, Santa. But you never see them drive that car. You never seen them.
Well, I've never.
I've seen that before, and I'd be like, "Why are you in a Honda if you have an X6?"
Well, maybe that's the weekend car. Who knows?
No, never seen any. There's only one picture of when that person got it, and that's it. But never seen them drive it. Never shooting footage or road trip. Oh, I'm going here. Never, because it's bullshit. They didn't buy that. They just want to think that people that they bought it.
True, but people also have to understand. Even if they see someone who does live that life, they have to understand, dude, like, it may have took that person years to get to where he's at, like a lot of hard work that you didn't see in the background. Basically,
Yeah, it's true.
Some people only see the end result, the finished cake when it comes out of the oven, but they don't understand all the fucking hard work that went to it. Do you hear that too? Or is it just mine? It might be my headphones.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, it's probably just my headphones.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Maybe just we lived in a fucked up society. It's just, either that or the devil's throwing like more, like there's more like demon shit going around now.
Hey, maybe.
I don't know, man. Ever since those little Nas X shoes came out, I don't know, man. Like, people think
you can't blame Lil Nas, bro. That fool.
I don't blame his marketing tool. That's but I don't know, man. I don't think people should be fucking with that kind of shit, man. That thing is a slippery slope with like goat head people and like devil. I don't know, man. That's rough.
It just depends, man. Because I'm gonna say this: before Lil Nas, I saw Satan having a gay relationship with Saddam Hussein. And that is off South Park.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, it just, you're either gonna take it for how it is, or you're gonna make it into something that really it's never been, but it's
Well,
just
I think maybe if they're atheists, they don't believe in anything. But I don't know, man. That shit. That's really. I don't know, man. I don't know. People should be fucking with that shit, man. I saw this one show on. Have you ever seen that sci-fi show, Paranormal Witness?
no.
It basically shows a story how the Catholic Church finds their exorcism. There's this one guy who's trying to become an exorcist. Watch it. I think you can find it. You can stream it for free on the internet.
Nah, I'm fine.
That shit is like, out of like 1,000 priests, only 2 can ever go into like their exorcism. It's like Hogwarts, but for exorcisms.
Yeah, I don't think I could. That's
that
way
shit
too,
is rough. Let me tell you. And this guy was describing it, how he went through like trial by fire. Like they put him in a room, and there was like a girl there in that room, and that girl was like possessed by like a lot of evil shit. And this guy's like basically,
how was she possessed? Was it through like, or how'd they get in her?
I don't know. I don't.
Did they go through in the back way?
Probably both ways.
Or the other front
I
way?
don't know. She was possessed by things.
Was it through the chocolate factory or the lemonade factory?
You see, that's not cool, Randy. She was possessed. But basically, it showed the story how this guy basically had his trial by fire was going through like getting rid of that for the first one. Like he even said afterwards, he was like, he got sick for a month, but he eventually was able to cure that girl through like of a demonic possession. Even though it's the science world that doesn't exist, but I don't know. I'm a religious person. I believe in that kind of stuff. That shit is real, man. And you know what?
I thought you were atheist. Didn't you
Fuck
say you were
no, I ain't no fucking atheist.
That's what you told me last
Fuck
time.
no. I don't. Fuck that. No, I don't know. Hell no. I believe in God, man. Team Jesus, man. Jesus. I don't know. What do you think? You're more freaking weird about it.
What I mean, what do I think though?
Well, what do you think about exorcisms? Do you think that?
I don't want to be.
You think that show was?
exorcism.
You think that episode was bullshit?
No.
No.
No. This world is like Hogwarts, man. You got Dementors, you got all that. It's just like the same concept, just different. The books are written different. Exorcism is something I'd never want to witness personally.
Yeah, I know someone who witnessed it, and he said that shit was no bueno.
How do you know he witnessed it though?
He told me, and I believe him 100%. He witnessed it.
But how do you know though? Like I can tell you I witnessed
No.
one, but I didn't.
No, because the person who did the exorcism, I've met. The person that did it, they actually performed it, and the other person who watched it told me.
Does he have a degree for this?
I don't think you get a degree for that, man. It's like you learn either you have the gift or not. But
So
what they described it was like.
So they don't give you a certificate or a license or something like that? At least
No, I don't think so.
like, graduated.
No, I don't think so. I think the Catholic Church does that though.
Just wondering.
But I don't know. I saw one time that one lady, the one lady who the Conjuring series is based on.
Oh yeah. What's her name? I forgot her name.
Warren?
Lorraine. That's what I was about to say. Lorraine.
She always says that there's a lot of like haunted places that some people might go and might pick up.
Oh, definitely. I feel like it's like that in cemeteries.
Yeah, but there's some people that will go to the most haunted place and they won't hear anything. You understand? Those like demonic forces, those evil things, they want the whole world to believe that they don't exist. They get happy when people deny that they exist.
I would always think it's the opposite.
No, because they don't want you to know if you ever get like attacked by one, what's attacking them. They hate people knowing about them.
You know what? If you think about it, that can be true. Because if you think about it,
of course it's true, Bendy.
Randy. No, hold on. If you're more into, this is just my opinion. Like I feel like if you're more connected spiritually, like to kind of like the other side, like you believe in all this and you believe in all this other stuff, and you practice it, and I feel like you're more prone to hear shit just because you're on the same frequency. If you don't believe and you don't have a strong spiritual connection with the world, with your past loved ones, I feel that can be a good thing and bad thing. A good thing is you probably never see or hear shit, but at the same time, it makes you weaker in a sense because you can't prepare for it.
Yeah.
You know, to prepare for something like that, you get your faith has to be strong in the Lord Jesus Christ. Your faith has to be strong in yourself.
Yeah.
So not having a strong spiritual connection to the world, to your past ancestors, I feel it plays a negative part, and I feel like it plays a negative part in all aspects. Like you can say it has a lot to do with maybe anxiety, depression. You know, you're losing. You have there's a connection that humans or our ancestors have naturally with their past ancestors and with the world. And when you lose that connection, it can cause some sort of
Friction.
maybe glitch to the
Yeah.
point where there's something you have that you don't have no more. So there's an outlet disconnected. So you have an imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that has a lot to do with anxiety and depression nowadays, because some people don't have a spiritual connection
To anything.
to anything.
Yeah.
So because you lack that connection, you lack so much more in it. You feel lost. You feel like nobody cares, when in reality it's like the opposite. It's like you gotta have a strong spiritual connection to those around you, to those who have passed. You know, and but by strong spiritual connection, I'm not saying like kind of not I won't say like you hold like an altar form and stuff like that. When I mean strong spiritual connection, and know that your loved ones on the other side, but you know you're gonna see them, so you know they're there. You know that you can still connect with them even with your dreams.
Mm.
A lot of like I feel in the spiritual connection,
Well, in the Bible,
it has to be in your dreams as
a
well.
lot of messages you get through your dreams.
If you don't dream about your loved ones like that, and you just like maybe instead of trying to, and you put all your dreams aside, and you don't really pay attention, you start to lose that connection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Yeah.
I feel like if you listen to what your dreams have, like not only that, but you also, you know, when times comes to remember some of your loved ones, like you tell them like, hey, you know they're there, so you always thank them for what they taught you, even though they're no longer here. You thank them for everything they did for you. It has a positive effect.
Mm.
But again, that's just my opinion. That's the way I've turned.
No, it
been
makes
able to
sense.
see
Honestly,
things.
it makes sense. But I think people sometimes, like they always say, like people like in Hollywood do all that weird shit.
They say
They say
we really
but
don't know.
I really don't know.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I just think that's just I don't know. That's just a slippery slope. I think people who mess with like stuff like that, like are in like, who do like mess with stuff like that.
and you know,
I don't know, man.
And I'm not gonna say it's not possible. It's definitely possible, but it's also possible to say that a lot of those actors just grinded it out till they got their shot.
Yeah, I believe that too.
I mean, you hang around the barbershop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man.
You know,
That's why you gotta be aware of your surroundings, man. Because I've been to some people's houses, and the second you walk in there, you feel that there's something odd about that place.
oh yeah.
One time
Yeah,
we went looking at a house, and as soon as I walked in there, it felt so heavy in there, like heavy, like you can't even breathe. You're like, there's something off about this this place.
Yeah.
I told the real like, did someone pass away recently from this place? Like the owner had passed away like 3 months ago. I was like, no shit. I was like, that place felt heavy. I was like, how could people live in that place? But it honestly, also the owner too lived there his whole life. So obviously there's got to be some kind of connection to it.
But like I said too, some people don't pick it up on it because that lack of spiritual connection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you have that, it's like you get a seventh sense. Like you're like, whoa, something's off here. Those who aren't prone to it or don't really pay attention, it's like they don't know if they're walking into a fucking death storm.
Yeah.
You know, like if you look at some of the shows, some of those people go into the worst situations where it's haunted and they see this and all that. But I'm all like, maybe your spiritual, you've lost it or you don't have it, so you can't pick up on those bad vibes. You can't pick up what's really there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
well, they say if you get killed in a really bad way, like you're whatever how you passed away, if you do like violently, like let's say you get shot up or you get stabbed to death, that's a violent way to check out. Like that moment and get stuck and like you said, it creates a glitch.
It creates a glitch there.
And where it happened or even items associated with it, like it picks up on some of that.
It picks up on it, yeah.
Because it's, dude, when someone like let's say someone's like eating someplace, someone goes in there and basically shoots them with a gun.
Yeah.
That's a violent way to go out.
Exactly. And I
Something's
feel
got to
like
be
if
like,
you don't have that spiritual connection, man, you can't sense what's really there.
mm,
You know, so you think it's all good. Next, 6 months down the road, have not been able to sleep since you moved in. You feel this, you feel that, and
yeah.
where maybe it could have been avoided if you had a different sense to that other part.
You know what? I saw a really interesting poll how people attending church is like drastically going down like every year. In the last 20 years, it's just been going lower and lower and lower. I was like, dang, I don't think that's a no. Maybe just people are just tired of.
It depends how you see it, because you can say, even says, and I think it says in the Bible, towards the end of days, the faith in Christ or something like that, it's gonna be bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it depends how you see it too, because my faith is in Him. Everything's been. I feel like I've gotten more closer with Him. Like I have a better understanding, and I don't go to church. I only go maybe twice, 3 times a year.
I think that's all you need.
But the way I see it, as long as you always practice it at home and you find your own ways to connect spiritually with them, it's different, because He even says in the Bible, you don't need a church, because if you think about it, a church was made by man. God didn't make the church.
That's true.
God with His hands in and say, "This is my house." We humans, we created it in order to worship. But for me, like how I feel more connected with Him is if I just go simply run in an orchard or go up to the mountains, because that is what He created.
Yeah.
He created a tree. He created all this.
Yeah, I think it all started with that bullshit movie Da Vinci Code. That's the biggest load of shit.
What do you mean?
That's when they tried to make that Jesus had sons. And
Maybe. But see, this is where glad you said it, because that's a conspiracy theory, right?
yeah,
And I feel
that's a load of shit.
And see, this is why I don't go too much with conspiracy theories, because a lot of conspiracy theories, if I've known, is this: 50% is bullshit, 50% is real. What's the bullshit? What's the real?
Yeah,
that's hard to dictate. All right, because if there's one way I know how humans are, the way you set somebody up for a lie is you start off by saying facts.
Yeah, that's true.
First you say the facts, then you can start adding lies, because they're already drawn in by the facts that you've already said. So I'm like, conspiracy is that way. That's why I don't believe in conspiracies too much. I'm like, hey, they may be true, but at the same time, I'm all like, come on. It's like the whole Illuminati shit, that there's secret societies that control this.
On secret societies, I believe that shit.
Hold on. You didn't even finish though. I believe in secret societies, but do I believe in secret societies that control my life? Fuck no, because anybody who controls my life is me. No one has no power over me but me.
The government.
Fuck the government. They don't have control over shit. I pay them money.
You got Social Security.
Exactly. I pay them money.
You have a number. You're in the Matrix already.
So?
It's too late.
No.
It's too late.
No. So, man, come on, man. Don't be getting me started on. But yeah, this whole conspiracy theories for me, I just feel a lot of them are
I
bullshit.
agree with you. I think you got to find that balance.
It's like when it comes to the whole COVID, people want to say, "Oh, it's a way to check the population." First off, that's bullshit. Because you know why? I can show you many parts around this earth that are not touched by man.
Vladimir Putin, you know what he said about COVID when it first came out?
What he said?
He said that COVID was created by people who don't believe in God and wish to destroy the earth.
It's possible, definitely. Or maybe not even that. It's people who try to play God. If there's one thing I know, you can't create something and expect
to harness it.
And expect to be able to control it 100%. And
just
especially
like in Jurassic
something
Park.
that small. People want to say, "Oh, COVID this, COVID that. Like, how is this? Why are we getting so many new diseases?" I'm like, first off, you have to understand the life of a microorganism. Sometimes the new diseases of now are the ones of old, but they've already evolved.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I was reading freaking gonorrhea. It's hard. It's getting hard. They're starting to call it in Europe super gonorrhea, because it's getting what is that word? Stronger. It's getting stronger to the medication, so it's becoming immune to the medication.
To antibiotics.
Yeah.
So
now they have to create stronger ones. So a lot of people who love to say these conspiracies, I'm just gonna say it. Please learn a little bit to actually understand how everything works.
Who do you think came up with super gonorrhea?
The
North Koreans, huh?
No, that's just something that just started getting stronger. If you think about it, it's a microorganism. It's gonna evolve. For us to evolve to live in a new Earth, it takes billions of years.
Is it kind of weird though? No. COVID, super gonorrhea.
Super gonorrhea has been like this for 5 years.
Ultra chlamydia.
For the past 5 years. There's no such thing as ultra chlamydia.
What the fuck's that?
There's no
shows you
ultra
there's
chlamydia.
some government or someone is messing with shit like that.
Bro, it's just us.
But yet at the same time, they cure hepatitis C. What does that tell you?
For now, I do not know in like 50 years we're gonna have a new strain of hepatitis C that's much stronger and much younger.
Damn, that's depressing right there.
But again, it's nature in itself. You can't fucking what's that thing? The survival of the fittest. You gotta evolve to survive. It's the same with the microorganism. They gotta have to find a way to evolve. They have to find. It's just how nature is.
I think maybe just everything gets immune to us, and everything like
At
food
one
has
point,
antibiotics. Everything has
does.
antibiotics. Like
Think of wheat right now. People want to know, oh, where did gluten come from? I can tell you exactly where gluten come from because I did some research on it.
where'd it come from?
Gluten is basically the negative effect of wheat when it's been genetically modified.
Oh,
Because it's been so much genetically modified to have such high yield to produce more, it's gonna have a negative effect. If you hold on,
gluten?
no. But from people from that I've listened to that have gone to Italy and gone to like Europe and all that to like eat certain foods, they like eat pasta. From what I hear, their pasta over there doesn't even get you bloated. They don't even know what gluten is over there because their wheat is not modified to have a higher yield.
But what are the negative effects of gluten? Like gluten?
Some people have like bad pain. It's like having arthritis.
Really?
Some people have like some sort of like thing where they feel bloated more. They feel like this. But again,
I don't know if I believe in that gluten shit.
No, but when you genetically modify something, it can have negative effects.
Yeah, but
Everything has a
everything
negative
is
effect.
genetically modified. Medication, food.
But see, that's my point.
But is it something you can't stop?
Everything you do is gonna have a negative effect somewhere in the future.
Mm.
When they first invented the car, it was such amazing. Now, what are the negative effects? Climate change.
Mm-hmm.
People were spraying the hairspray. What was that happening back in the 90s and 80s? Was destroying the O2 layer. That's why one of the chemicals in it, they try to they that's why, it's just weird. But there's a lot of these conspiracy theories, so I'm just shooting a lot of them down at this moment right here. Because, like, you ever hear the conspiracy theories of the chemtrails?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
The chemicals to make people stupid. You know how stupid you sound? Do you even know what a chemtrail is? Like, at least have some science, some knowledge to know what you're talking about to make it work.
Honestly, when I first heard about chemtrails, I thought they were just
like
little
right
shit.
here,
Honestly,
when you turn on a car, when it's super cold outside, what is it that's coming out of your muffler?
Exhaust.
Exactly. Doesn't a fucking airplane have an exhaust?
Damn, sounds like you had to run in with a lot of people who believe in chemtrails.
Bruh, I have so many. But it's ridiculous because they don't know what it's like. You want to have an opinion on something you really don't know jack shit about. You don't even know the components of a jet engine.
Yeah.
A Cessna doesn't have chemtrails. Why? Because it doesn't have as big of an exhaust as a jet and doesn't fly high up in the air. The chemtrails that get left up in the air, it has to do with the humidity that's up there. That's why some days you see them, some days you don't. It honestly goes by what the atmosphere is. If it's dry, if it's humid, if it's cold, if it's hot. But it's like everybody wants to say these conspiracy theories, but they have no knowledge to the shit they talk about. Not even a bit to even understand that it doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe just people just talking out of their ass, just trying to act like they know everything, Randy. Maybe you fell into their trap.
No, but the thing is, how many people don't believe in that? Like the flat earth. Like, really, you're gonna believe the earth is fucking flat? Are you stupid?
Yeah, that's just fucking
even science
stupid.
will tell you it's hard for anything flat to even exist.
That is,
unless it's an asteroid belt, yeah, because you're not gonna. From what we know, an asteroid belt is just a little small. It's a small area. It's not covering a whole area.
Yeah.
That's what's called an asteroid belt.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's like to say something's flat, like at least no gravity, no this. But these are people who, just because they listen to some professionals that have this argument, like, bro, don't think that what they say are facts. Like in the science community, people get into arguments and the truth comes out 50 years later. Like how many times wasn't Einstein wrong for the longest time until it was proven right?
Yeah,
so it's like true. In reality, like I also have some knowledge.
Who's that one guy is always talking about conspiracies? I forgot his name.
Is he with Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Eddie Bravo.
No, not him.
Oh, Alex Jones.
That guy. That guy is the biggest piece of shit in the world.
Yeah, when he said that the kids never died and that a dad was like
honestly, that guy is fucking stupid. I don't understand how people can fucking listen to that guy. He said there's some theories he said in the past are right, but that one when he said about the children that there were actors or it was all staged, that guy's a piece of shit for that.
But see, that's why I say
that's fucked up.
For people that are listening to this, when you hear conspiracy theory, know this. 50% bullshit, 50% facts.
That guy is given. I don't really listen to that. I've heard a couple things he said. I was like, oh, probably it's true. But on that part when he said that, I was like, dude, a lot of those like parents of those children that passed away have almost all committed. A lot of them have committed suicide. Like, how the fuck you tell that to someone? Oh, your child, it was all fake. It was the kids ran off and it was all staged.
But see, that's
like that shows you like you got to be the biggest piece of shit in the world to think that thing was set up. Like someone let that happen, meant that to happen for some larger issue.
Exactly. It's like, let's go, the World Trade Center. The World Trade Center.
Yeah. Which one? Part 1 or part 2? The first one that happened in the 90s, the car bomb?
Or 9/11? Part 2, the 9/11.
Okay.
How the inside job and all that. Okay, I'm going to say this. All right. People want to say, oh, but that the beams need this much to melt and all that. Okay, there's a difference from a melting point and a fucking bending point.
Yeah.
You don't need something to melt to fall. You just need it to start bending to the point where the weight starts to become too much. You put your arm out like that. Put your arm out. I guarantee you, put that glass. Within 20 minutes, your arm's going to be tired to the point where it's going to break. But how much does that glass weigh? That glass does not weigh 5 pounds.
No, fuck no.
It probably weighs what? 8 ounces, maybe 12 ounces.
Yeah.
It simply weighs that much. But because people don't understand certain fucking science and they really don't have no knowledge, I barely have knowledge, but the knowledge that I base it knows that I know what's bullshit and what's kind of not, what can be more real, what can be not. But I'm not going to say that some of the conspiracy theories can be true. I'm still going to have that open mind, but I'm not going to believe it 100%. I'm not going to say like if it's facts.
Yeah.
Because a conspiracy, like I said, 50% facts, 50% bullshit. People love to say is, oh, I know that the government's trying to do this with COVID and all that. But the number one thing that stops people is, okay, you say you know, what can you prove? Because in a courtroom, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Well,
Denzel Washington said that training day.
When people start, like when the DA or some of these guys try to sentence a murder or something like that, guess what? A lot of them get first. They get evidence to support their theory. They get evidence to support what they're trying to get this man for. They get forensic evidence. They get maybe physical evidence. They also get witnesses. They get this. So it's like, you got to bring some actual shit and prove it to me. Don't just say that you know and claim it to be fact when there's really no proof behind it. Where there's proof for 50% of it, but there's no proof for the other part that you're saying that sounds like total bullshit.
So do you believe that some people in government are lizard people?
No.
You're not a lizard people believer.
No, because I'm gonna be honest, like, bruh,
okay,
like
I believe that there's people that lizard people don't exist. But there's like weird shit that are lizards that act like monster lizards. I believe in that shit. You know what?
I'm going to take that back. It's possible they can.
But not lizard people. Not people that have like human skin and lizard.
It's possible they can, but at the same time, it's like you guys haven't brought me the evidence to even support it. So I'm not going to fucking believe it, but I'm open to it, to being possible because everything is possible.
I one time saw a book about, you know how there's in LA County, there's a lot of underground cave systems in LA County.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And over time, people have reported seeing like weird kind of lizard-like creature, human-like creature, lizard people popping out in LA County. Over in the last like 100 years. It's like not very like common, but there's been reports of people seeing weird shit like in some areas of LA County and Orange County.
Yeah, but you know, it's what it is.
But you know, there's a lot of caves. There's some explored under LA County, but there's a lot of cave systems. They've found evidence. There's cave systems that connect LA County to the Sierra Nevadas.
I believe it. I mean,
that shit.
Look at this Earth.
But I don't believe that like the most powerful people in the world are lizard people. I think that's just
like I said before. You got to bring me some actual evidence, not bullshit conspiracy and not bullshit
but not
pictures
everything
that have
needs
been
actual
photoshopped.
evidence. You know, faith don't need actual evidence. Just you have a feeling.
But that's different. Faith and a conspiracy are two
yeah,
different
okay,
things.
I give you that.
If I have faith in myself, is that a conspiracy? No, it's just have faith in my abilities. I know what I can do. A conspiracy theory is something that's like you're only speculating. But
So, are you still Mormon?
what are you talking about?
You used to go to the Mormon church.
No.
No? Oh, I thought you were still a Mormon.
Bro, you're the one who was baptized Mormon. So why are you even asking me that question? You're the one who was actually baptized Mormon. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to check off all the religions, so if I checked out, at least I know what one would be right.
Yeah, but you haven't done with Hindu, you haven't done Muslim, you haven't done...
I don't know if I can do the Hindu, because I don't know nothing about it.
That's how you learn about it.
And the Muslim thing...
I would love to learn something.
I don't know about being a Mexican Muslim. That sounds kind of dangerous, especially in these times.
Yeah, but one of my goals is actually to learn more about all the different religion. Because it's all interesting. Actually,
this one Muslim person said that, you know how in like Christianity, there's, possession of demonic possession, like there's exorcisms. This one Muslim guy told me that doesn't exist, that he's never seen any Muslims been possessed by a demon. And then I was thinking in my mind, did you ever see ISIS? These guys were going around killing innocent people. And a lot of those ISIS fighters, they recovered their phone full of pornography and gay porn. Weren't they possessed? That's the biggest load of shit right there.
He thinks of a possession of somebody going crazy on the bed, screaming, doing stuff like saying stuff like that.
Yeah,
maybe
that was ISIS.
Possessed.
That's the biggest load of.
What are you talking about? They weren't on a bed tied to a chain.
No. I told him that, but that's just not all possessions are you tied in a chain and shit like that. But it's not all the exorcism.
But the thing with Muslims, they don't believe of a possession like that. They believe a negative. It's a bad energy.
If you're going around with an AK spraying people, and then watching a bunch of stuff that goes anti your religion, everything you preach is the exact opposite what you're doing, you're possessed by something.
True, but you have to also understand how they see it, though. Because,
that's how I see it. I saw it as hypocrisy.
I learned it from Kevin Gates. He was like, there's really no such thing like as kind of like bad. It's more like a bad energy. It's a bad vibe. It's a bad energy that's within you. And I got to show you the video. He goes really into details. It makes sense. He goes really into details, but
I don't know. 1,000 people driving in trucks, machine gunning people, and
that sounds exactly what's happening in Mexico, bro. Half of the time.
Yeah, it's true. But they're fighting. That's not nothing to do with religion. That's a money issue.
No, but remember also
they're probably possessed too.
Yeah, but see that's what I mean. It's the same thing down there.
No, but I'm just saying that guy said that possession of demonic does not exist in the Muslim religion.
But also I'm going to tell you this: you can't take the word from one person.
That's the religion.
No. But one person, you can't take the word from one person in the religion, because if you go to another person, he might tell you something different.
His other two friends were Muslim.
Like some people in Muslim are they'll believe like certain of the old ways.
Hey, dude, I'm all for people of freedom of religion.
But I'm just saying, if you talk to somebody of that same religion, they might give you a different answer. I'm saying you should talk to more people before you make it an actual fact to say this.
And plus, they said that Jesus wasn't the son of God. They see him as just a prophet. So once he said that, I was like, yeah, I don't think so.
But again, you can't just take one person's word over so many millions. Maybe there's somebody else who has a different view on the Muslim that has more knowledge than he does.
No, because that's what they preach. That's what the doctrine preaches. But I'm not saying maybe, you know what I think at the end? I think
but
that...
See,
hold on. Let me explain.
It kind of goes with the
Hold on. Let me explain. Basically, all three religions share... What do they all share?
Which religions?
Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. What do they all share?
God.
Yeah, that's one thing. They all believe in God.
Yeah.
B, they all share the same holy sites, and they have the same people in their scriptures. Abraham... The same people.
Yeah.
So that tells you at one point, all religion was just one.
Yeah, it's like language.
But over time, they were conquered by the people from Iraq, what's the name? What were they called? Basically, they were...
Timurids.
Timurids is Narnia.
No, there's a group.
They're conquered by the Persians. They were basically conquered by 12 different kingdoms. So that shows you over time all the religions started splitting up because they were conquered so many times.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day,
you can't say one.
At the end of the day, it was all one religion.
Because think of Christianity too. A Christian believe in this, right? But if you go to Catholic, we believe in the Virgin Mary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you ask a Christian, they don't believe in the Virgin Mary. They don't believe that. So
really,
it's all the same.
It's all the same.
Whether you recognize one person or not, it's just, you recognize God. But if you recognize God, it's basically you're also recognizing Jesus, because that is the flesh of God.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they want to admit it or not, it's just splitting hairs now.
Are there Muslims in Mexico?
There might be at least one. If you think about it, it's so big, there has to be a few.
Really?
There has to be a few.
Like 2 or 3,
At least 2 or 3. At least.
I think they probably meet each other like at Denny's. Like,
it's possible.
Hey, what's up? Grand Slam, no bacon.
Right.
Yeah. Damn.
Anything you want to say before we
No, not really.
All right. So greatness is one day at a time, guys. Love you guys, and see you guys in the next episode.
Peace out.
Bye.